You guys, this Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively situation just got crazier with the way that Justin this week filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times' lawyer has been speaking to the press saying that they are really going to be fighting this battle. And we're going to get into all of the new details that have come out about the situation ever since Blake Lively's complaint about Justin Bond went public. The situation has sparked a widespread discussion online. Blake's complaint against Justin details several concern allegations from their time working on It Ends With Us. She claims that Justin engaged in unwanted physical contact during filming, including improvising intimate scenes without her consent. Blake also accuses Justin and producer Jamie of unprofessional behavior, such as sharing explicit images and asking invasive questions about her personal life. Additionally, Blake alleges that after raising her concerns, Justin retaliated by hiring a crisis PR team to smear her reputation. In response, Justin has denied all allegations, calling them false and defamatory, and is reportedly planning to file a countersuit, which we're going to get more into. The controversy has had significant fallout, with Justin being dropped by his talent agency WME and several organizations publicly distancing themselves from him. Meanwhile, Blake has received support from the industry, as well as just other members from It Ends With Us have come out to speak in support of Blake. Jenny S. and Brendan Center have both shared statements in support of her, and a statement provided exclusively to Today.com Slate says she stands by her loyal friend and trusted source of emotional support as Blake Lively's castmate and friend. I voice my support as she takes action against those reported to have planned and carried out an attack on her reputation. Slate said Blake is a leader, loyal friend, and a trusted source of emotional support for me and so many who know and love her. She continued, what has been revealed about the attack on Blake is terribly dark, disturbing, and wholly threatening. I commend my friend. I admire her bravery, and I stand by her side. Brendan shared the complaint on his Instagram story and tagged Blake with a heart, and when he shared the link, he wrote, for the love of God, read this. Blake's brother-in-law, actor Bart Johnson, who some I recognize as Coach Bolton from High School Musical, also made statements online. He tweeted out saying he's a fraud. He puts on the costume of a hero man bun and all used all the trendy catchphrases and buzzwords for his podcast. None of it's genuine, it's all theater and everyone fell for it for years. Rewatch his videos with a more critical eye and watch him compliment and praise himself with faux humility and self-deprecation. What a performance. He also responded to people in his comment section on Instagram as some people have asked, why is she coming out about this now? I will say, in this case for Blake, she spoke up about this far before the public was made aware of the situation. Blake had voiced her feelings all throughout filming, and at the beginning of this year, she voiced her opinions to the studio, saying she was not going to continue unless everyone agreed to the changes that would be made on set to make it a safe place for everyone, and Justin also signed off in this agreement that he was no longer going to do things such as talk about her dead father, go into her dressing room without permission, improvise intimacy scenes, all of these things. It's just us, the public, hearing about them for the first time. When the movie came out, there were some articles that were put out in August saying that she was uncomfortable on set, but they were honestly washed away by articles that made her out to seem like she was controlling the movie and taking over, and that was just the conversation that was way bigger than her being uncomfortable on set. Bart defended Blake in his comment section, saying her complaints were filed during the filming on record long before the public conflict. The cast unfollowed him for a reason. Read this article before spinning ignorance. His PR team was stellar, gross, and disgusting, but highly effective. Read the article, their text message exchanges, and his PR campaign strategy to bury her by any means necessary. No one is without faults, but the public got played, and he was referencing the New York Times article that also linked to the complaint. Now, I think that the way the film was promoted by the cast didn't help the situation, and certainly made Blake and everybody else look very bad, because they did not seem like they were taking the messaging of the movie seriously, and I think that they should have certainly changed the way that they were promoting the movie. But you know, it is said that they were doing what the studio told them to do, but just because people think that she's is a mean girl and disrespectful doesn't mean that these things on set didn't happen. So like we've been saying, two things can be true at the same time. You cannot like her and her personality, but also at the same time you can recognize that these are possibly real things that really did happen and occur. Though Justin and his team, like I said, are saying that they're not true and are revealing their future plans to the press now. According to D-Mail, Justin is reportedly preparing to file an explosive counter-complaint against Blake Lively. I'm not going to speak on when or how many lawsuits we are filing, but when we file our first lawsuit, it is going to shock everyone who has been manipulated into believing a demonstrably false narrative.